What's going on, y'all? It's your boy No Interest, and I'm back again with another one. I need you guys to do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon for more videos like this. That being said, let's get into it. So it looks like Andy Cruz is trying to be a world champion as he's set to face against Raymond Muratalla, who got an email belt when Lomachenko vacated his belt, relinquished his belt after he retired. He didn't really vacate it, he relinquished it because he retired. He said he's done with the sport of boxing. And it's actually a sad story. I'm just briefly speak on Lomachenko, but like the video, hype the video, share the video for more videos like this. But like I said, I'll briefly speak on Lomachenko because Lomachenko is one of boxing's most celebrated amateur fighters, if not the greatest amateur fighters of all time, with a record of 498 wins and 1 loss, I believe. And the guy that's about to fight Raymond Muratalla, Andy Cruz, he's also one of the greatest amateurs to ever do it. A 2-time Olympic gold medalist, I believe. Coming out of Cuba, he had to come to America to get an opportunity. This is a guy who has multiple wins over Keyshawn Davis for the gold. Keyshawn Davis lost to Raymond Muratalla. He was supposed to, he wanted to win gold, but he couldn't win gold. No, I said Raymond Muratalla. He lost to Andy Cruz. My fault, guys. Andy Cruz beat Keyshawn Davis multiple times in the amateurs. And a lot of people want to see that fight in the pros. Andy Cruz, he's been on a fast track. He's about to fight a world champion. Not a legitimate world champ. I mean, he's legitimate. But when I say not a legitimate, I mean like not a guy who actually won the title off of a champion and defended the title, but a guy who was gifted a belt because Lomachenko relinquished the belt. I think this is an opportunity for Andy Cruz to become world champion. Skills pays the bills. Andy Cruz is levels above Raymond Muratalla. I think Andy Cruz is going to go in there and do what he's supposed to do and become a world champion to potentially set up a fight. No. Matter of fact, he can't set up a fight with Keyshawn Davis because Keyshawn Davis is moving up to 140. So if he would have to fight Keyshawn, he'll be at 140. The guys at 135 that he can fight would be the likes of Shakur Stevenson, Gervonta Davis, what's the young boy just won the world championship? How do I forget Keyshawn Davis? No, not Keyshawn. Bro, come on. I keep my mind is like, I know what they say, but the wrong things come out. Abdullah Mason, guys. Sorry. But Abdullah Mason. So, when Andy Cruz become a world champion, there's not that many world champions that are from Cuba right now in the sport of boxing, except for, what's his name at middleweight? How do I see, this is why I got to keep talking about boxing every day. I keep forgetting these boxers' names that I would know on a regular. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why am I forgetting these guys' names? It makes absolutely no sense. No sense at all. Erislandy Lara, a Cuban boxer who's a world champion right now. Honestly, I've never really seen a Cuban heavyweight world champion. But if we've seen world champions from Cuba all over, in a lot of weight divisions, but not at the heavyweight division for some reason. But I got Andy Cruz winning this fight against Raymond Muratalla. Raymond Muratalla, he's a solid fighter, Robert Garcia fighter. but he hasn't really impressed me to the point where I could say, hey man, Raymond Muratalla is the next best thing at 135. I'm not really too impressed by him. I think he's a solid fighter, but I'm not too impressed by him. I think he'll give Andy Cruz a run for his money, but I just don't think he has enough in his toolbox to beat Andy Cruz. Now, if he beats Andy Cruz, I could be wrong. Maybe I haven't really sit down and watched him like that. Maybe he surprises me. He go out there and he beat Andy Cruz, but from what I've seen, from what Andy Cruz have shown me in the pros, working with Bozy Ennis and Team Ennis, he's been looking pretty good in my opinion. He's been looking a lot better than the champion, Raymond Muratalla. So I got Andy Cruz going in there and becoming the world champion, becoming one of Cuba's world champions, current world champions right now. You know, and then I would like to see him unified with the likes of, well, Shakur. It looks like Shakur is about to go up to 140. So we may not get Andy Cruz versus Shakur, but that is a fight that I would love to see. Andy Cruz versus Shakur. Maybe the fight we might get, a unification fight we might get, Andy Cruz versus the young bull, Abdullah Mason. Shit, give us Andy Cruz versus Gervonta Davis. You know, I would love to see that fight, Andy Cruz versus Gervonta. Fight I want to see, Andy Cruz versus Gervonta Davis. I think Andy Cruz will give Gervonta Davis a run for his money, you know. If Gervonta doesn't stop him, shit, he could be in trouble versus Andy Cruz, a solid boxer like that. I just wouldn't want Andy to trade with Tank, because we know that's what Tank like. Guy sits in there and try to trade with him. He'll let you punch yourself out and then knock you out. So I wouldn't want to see Andy trade with him. But I think he'll give Gervonta a run for his money. A fight with Abdullah Mason would be a banger. But I'm looking forward to this fight. Andy Cruz versus Raymond Muratalla. I think Andy Cruz become a world champion, guys. And I don't even think he has 10 fights yet. I think he has under 10 fights. Become a world champion under 10 fights. That's pretty impressive. You know, these guys with these extensive amateur pedigree that becomes world champion in a short period of time, like Vasyl Lomachenko, the likes of Lomachenko, Usyk, and all these guys. These guys from overseas that's been in the amateurs for so long, they come to the pro and just dominate so easily because they got so many amateur fights. It's like they were all already pro, you know, because the experience is crazy. It's just Vasyl Lomachenko, he has so much hype behind him and he wasn't able to live up to it. Andy Cruz got a lot of hype behind him. Let's see if he can live up to it. It's your boy, No Interest, and I'm out.